folks, we're live. I'm at the cell phone store. My man right here he's seasoned right here. He got a lot of information with him, and those are his qualifications right there. Guys, let you know my man is official. And it's me, of course. All right, so basically, when I was asking about the 5Gs and all that, you said the different frequency affects you differently as far as like the lights and things of that nature.
Yeah, there's an entire range of frequencies that our bodies are bombarded with. Especially since so many electronic devices are being used.
Yeah.
Even your outlet puts out a 50 hertz frequency. In different countries, the hertz frequency might be maybe 60 hertz. The lights put out a frequency because everything has a spectrum. All power has a spectrum. All light has a spectrum. Obviously you start out with AM, FM frequencies, UHF, VHF. That means UHF is ultra high frequency and VHF is very high frequencies.
Wow.
Then you get into ranges of microwave and X-ray. All of these things, your body is exposed to them, which is why when you go get an X-ray, they have you wear shields.
That little vest they put on you, right?
And even the people that work there, they wear little meters so that they can measure their exposure because, according to their training, it tells them you should only allow yourself to be exposed
to a certain
amount. It's called farads.
Okay.
It's radioactivity. It's measured in farad. And basically, it allows them to know your exposure time should be kept to a certain limit, and then you have to get away from it. Otherwise, it can have different effects.
So now that situation,
I'm obviously not a doctor. I'm just in the cell phone industry, and I read different articles.
Yeah. So now the thing you mentioned about the cell phones, so why they heat up and all that, about that type of you said the certain amount of radiation that's in your phone. That's why the phone heats up.
Yeah. If you want a cell phone for a very long period of time, if anybody knows, if you speak for a lot of times, the phone starts to get hot. Now your phone is in communication with the cell phone tower, which is obviously putting out gigabytes of energy.
Yes.
So anyone plagiarize.
I'm gonna ask you about that box that you made when you was doing you was making the phone repairs out there in you said Williamsburg, right? You was in Williamsburg. Yeah. Man made a box so he could do
power supply.
Yeah. Well, that thing is serious, right? My man made it from scratch. That's serious. Look at this right here. It's great. Yeah. So go ahead, break that down.
Yeah, this is a portable power supply that I created using, basically a canvas tool case.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that looks like the what is that? What's the name of that company that makes these bags? Husky.
Yeah. You get it from from Home Depot.
Home Depot. Yeah.
So basically, this is just a
wow,
tool
man,
case.
this is crazy.
I just hollowed it out, made a little box, and there's actually a motorcycle battery in there, and it's just wired, and I attached a very inexpensive DC power inverter, 12-volt inverter, so that when I'm out doing repairs, out in the public, I have a power supply I can carry with me. It's even
this is crazy, right here.
It's on rod that you drive into the ground, so that
that's the ground wires.
Any power feedback. Can be handled.
And it travels right into the ground, right?
Yeah, it goes right into the ground.
Okay.
So, this is very basic parts. This was not expensive to make.
Wow.
This inverter on one of the Chinese websites costs like less than $20.
All right, so folks, my man know what he's talking about. He's breaking this thing down for us, man, making it clear. All right, so now you said as far as the just to touch on the phone situation again, you said so when the phone starts heating up, that's a radiation buildup. Is that what it is?
At all times, there's this radiation going on. That's just the nature of the frequencies that's on the phone.
Okay.
Most of the power, obviously, is coming from the terawatts of power inside, and it has to be because you can imagine thousands of subscribers connected to that, and basically it puts out a signal. And it's basically isolated to what we call a footprint.
Okay.
The footprint is the effective radiation of power that it can put out and allow you to have a full signal.
Okay.
Typically, for most towers, it may be a mile or two, and then you get picked up by the next tower. That's where you get the term roaming. So you roam from one tower
to the next tower.
Signal in one tower, and you get attached to the next one, their footprint. And that's what roaming is.
All right, so the effect that the like the 5G or the 4G, you said it's not really determined as to what kind of a specific effect it's going to have on us, but we'll find out in time eventually.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's always, there's definitely belief that this causes cell damage.
Okay.
In the human biology, cellular damage, and cellular damage can mean anything, from killing cells in animals, plants or animals actually.
Oh sure.
And also potential to cause what's called a deleterious mutation. And we all know what a mutation is. If you want a prime example, look at like the X-Men, mutants. If you just want a real simple explanation of what mutation can be a good mutation or a bad mutation. Sometimes people mutate in a way that makes them overall better and more able to fight against diseases and bad health.
Okay.
Like you have some people who their entire DNA is based on one genetic structure, where you have someone who has different ethnicities mixed in them, so they get the good properties of the different. They might have strong bones, strong teeth, strong nose, where the other one might have propensity to have a higher intelligence or IQ. You make that into a super person. When it's mixed, when it's like just one, there's going to be properties that so you cannot take advantage of.
So with respects to these frequencies or whatever, that can disrupt some of these things, is what you're saying?
Yes, it can disrupt your cellular activity and cause bad mutations.
Oh, sure.
Or eventually it can eventually give us as humans, good abilities or bad abilities. Sometimes you have things like our vision could be affected, or who knows, our vision may be enhanced, depending on, what you're being exposed to.
Which would be interesting with like this major influx in like the X-Men and these so-called superheroes with these mutated type of characteristics. It's interesting that all of a sudden these movies are becoming very, very prevalent. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Hollywood has a history of exposing us to ideas and concepts, and basically steering society in certain directions to accept things by them exposing them, so that when we actually in person see these things, we're not as confrontational or excited about it.
That's called addictive programming. Addictive
they've been showing us like alien life forms.
That's right.
All along. Let's just face it. I've never seen an alien before, but I'm receptive enough to believe that we clearly could not be the only intelligent life form in this universe. This is not possible.
I agree with that.
So whether or not they've actually been here visiting, that's always left a question.
Right.
I haven't seen it.
Right. But that's interesting, man.
It becomes, if someone has, Hollywood is definitely exposing us to the potential. Where you have people who are somewhat believing of the possibility, but now after being exposed to this as a norm, they really do believe it.
Yeah. All right, so listen, man, I'm going to give you my money, man. I'm paying my bill, y'all, all right? Get this full bill paid. We got some good information, man. You guys stay tuned. I'll have some more information for you, man, later. Take it easy.